Good night, little pumpkins. It's time for another bedtime story. Did you brush your teeth? Did you put on your pajamas? If you're ready, let's start the story with the big bears. The story is called A Magical Journey by the Brother Bears. Once there was a boy named Kenai. When his oldest brother, Stika, was lost in a bear hunting accident, Kenai began to hate bears. Soon it was all he could think about. Kenai did not know it, but Sika had joined the great spirits in the sky as an eagle spirit. Sitka watched over Kenai. Sitka saw that Kenai had become very angry. To teach him to love again, Sitka came down from the sky and magically changed Kenai into the thing that he hated most, a bear. Kenai felt different, but he didn't know why. He didn't realize he had been changed into a bear. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning hit the ground near him. He tumbled over and ledged into a river far below. When Kenai reached the shore, he looked into the water and saw a bear staring back at him. Horrified, he realized it was his reflection. He had to figure out how to turn himself back into a boy. He decided to find the mountain where the magical light in the sky touched the earth. He thought he would be able to talk to his brother's spirit there. Kenai set out his journey and soon met two moose named Root and Took. He thought they might know where the mountain was, but the two silly moose were afraid of bears. They tried to hide and pretend Kenai hadn't seen them. We're not here, they said. When Kenai realized they were hiding, he became upset. I'm not a bear, he shouted. I hate bears. Well, gee, said Root. You're one big beaver, huh? I'm not a beaver, cried Kenai. I'm a man. But the moose didn't understand. Kenai walked off. He didn't get very far when his foot got caught on a trap. As he dangled upside down, a bear cub approached. Hold still, the cub said. He swung a stick at Kenai, trying to help him down. Stop that, cried Kenai. I don't need some silly bear's help. Kenai struggled for hours, but couldn't free himself. He realized he did need the cub's help. The cub told Kenai his name was Koda. He agreed to free Kenai if the bear promised to go with him to the salmon run. Kenai was desperate to get down, and he reluctantly agreed. The two bears began the journey together. Kenai decided that he was going to break his word and leave Koda. But when Koda told him that the mountains where the lights touched the earth were close to the salmon run, Kenai figured he would travel with the cub after all. Koda began to talk. Kenai was still annoyed that the cub had come with him, so he didn't say much. But Koda just kept talking and talking and talking. Finally, Kenai was sick of it. How about not talking? He suggested. Okay, Koda said cheerfully. Then I'll sing. Kenai began to wonder how much longer he could stand being around the cub. But as the day passed, Koda helped Kenai learn to act like a bear and even thought he still wanted to become human again. Kenai began to change his mind about Koda. The two bears laughed and joked. They had become good friends. One day, Root and Took ran into Kenai and Koda. They were scared because a hunter was following them. Kenai remembered following tracks when he had gone hunting. I've got an idea, he said. Once Kenai had ridden on a mammoth's back for fun. He realized that if he and his animal's friends rode on some mammoths, the hunters would not be able to follow their tracks. Whoa, you've done this before? Koda exclaimed as he followed Kenai onto a mammoth's tusk. Now he was learning from Kenai. That night, Koda looked up at the lights in the sky. My grandma's up there. And my granddad, he said. Mama says the spirit make all the magical changes in the world. My brother's a spirit, said Kenai. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be here. Thanks, Koda yelled to the sky. If it weren't for you, I would have never met Kenai. I always wanted a brother. The next morning, the two bears woke up and looked around. So, where are we? Kenai asked, but Koda didn't know. They were lost. The bears jumped up the mammoths to try to figure out which way to go. The moose couldn't get down and decided to keep traveling with the mammoths. Kenai was very angry. He thought Koda had known the way. I'm sorry we're lost, okay? Said Koda. I'll just go on my own then. He walked away. But Kenai had grown to care for Koda. He raced after his friend and found him near a cave. On the cave walls they saw a drawing of hunters carrying a spear. The hunters were fighting a bear. Those monsters are really scary, Koda said, especially with those sticks. Kenai realized the cubs were talking about the hunters, not bears. Finally, after a long journey, Kenai and Koda reached their destination. At first, Kenai was scared. He met all sorts of bears who seemed big and frightening. As Kenai got to know the bears, he began to change his mind. They were friendly and told stories. They worked together and played together, just like people. Kenai was beginning to understand bears and to like them. He and Koda jumped into the water and fished together, just like brothers. When Kenai finally climbed the mountain where the lights in the sky touched the earth, his other brother, Denahi, had caught up with him. He was the hunter Kenai, Koda, and the moose had been running from. As Kenai and Denahi fought, Sitka appeared and transformed Kenai back into a boy. But Kenai realized that Koda needed him, so he decided that he would stay a bear. Denahi understood, and he and the rest of the tribe came to love Kenai and Koda, two bears who became brothers. The end. Oh, how cute! Now, there's something very important that we learned today, right? We learned that we need to respect every kind of animal. Now, this was our bedtime story for today. I hope you enjoy it. I send you kisses and a big hug. Sweet dreams, little pumpkins. With love, Teacher Iris.